Hello, my name is Russ Beck. I'm your English 2010 instructor for this year. I'm really excited about doing this. I've taught English 2010 a lot face-to-face and a little online, but this term I'm going to try and do a lot of different things, including what you're seeing right now. I'm going to start to do weekly lectures using videos. And so most of the time I'm just going to do screen captures like this and kind of walk you through some of the readings, some of the discussions, some of the things that I want you to pay attention to. So today what I want to start off with is just going over the syllabus. I'm going to go over how to access some of the stuff we're going to be using this term. Talk a little bit about myself, just so you know who you're actually emailing when you're throwing out random emails. And some of the materials that you're going to need for this course. So this is the Canvas course. Of course, as you can see right here, it's not published yet. It will be soon. You won't be able to see this unless it was. But anyway, so this is the shell that we're going to be working with. I've used Canvas a bit, but I haven't taught a class exclusively using Canvas before. So this is going to be an adventure for me. I'm confident that I can do it, but it's new to me as well. So be prepared for that. But this is what you should be able to see. Just so you know, I'm mostly going to be using pages on the side here. I've tried a couple of different things, and this seems to be the best option for me. But before we even get into that, let's go ahead and look at the syllabus, okay? So this should work. Maybe. Okay. It's loading. Okay, so this is the syllabus that you will be able to see. Let me scoot it over just a bit so the whole thing is actually in the view. Okay, there we go. So this is what we're going to be looking at. I want you to look at this on your own as well. Give it a brief scan over, but I just want to highlight some things for you all here. Okay, so yeah, just so you know, this is going to be a very demanding course. We're trying to fit a 15-week schedule into a 7-week schedule, and so regularly I have an essay due about every month. You're going to have an essay due every 2 weeks. I am in no way actually condensing or taking out stuff for this class because that's not what my department wanted me to do. So I'm going to follow their wishes on that. And so this is a class that will be full. And so that means that you're going to be doing a lot of reading every week. You're going to be doing a lot of writing. If that's something that intimidates you, I would suggest dropping because this is going to be a hard course for a 7-week course. But you can do it. So yeah, I mean, this is what I basically say in the expectations section here. I want to encourage you to, if you have any questions or anything, email me. This is the only professional thing I have going right now. I'm not teaching any other classes. Currently, I am going to be here in a little while, but I usually am able to respond to you quickly and get you feedback. Okay, so the software that you're going to need is, if you don't have it already, you're going to need an Adobe Reader. I assume most people already have this. If you don't, you should, okay? Also, I'm going to have you turn in your assignments using Google Docs. This is something that I really like. It allows me to leave marginalia and do some different things. And so if you haven't used that before, don't panic. I'll give you instructions on how to do that a little bit later. But if you're a USU student, which you are, you will have access to an AggieMail account, which is actually a Google account. And so that's how you'll turn those in. Okay. For the texts for this class, which are both required, are Hacker's Rules for Writers. Okay. And Voices on Stage and in Print. Okay, we're going to be using both of these quite a bit. Let's just slip out and actually talk about Rules for Writers just for a second. Okay, you should be able to get access cards in your bookstores wherever you're at. I had one student write me and say that she couldn't, and so that worries me a little bit. But if you come over, if you go to writershelp.com or all of that, but I've used writershelp.com. And it gets me to here. You can actually purchase this text electronically, and you'll just go to this website, click on, purchase access right here, and something else will pop up. Just go ahead and buy the 2-year subscription. I'm fine with that. You can actually find my class because I've registered with them for this. So go ahead and follow those steps and go from there. So it looks like for a 2-year subscription, it's $32. For a 4-year subscription, it's $38. The reason why I make you purchase this is that this will give you help with MLA, which is required for the class. It will also, when I leave marginalia in your essays, I'm also going to refer back to this if you're having grammatical issues. I'll use this. So it is required, it is essential, and I want you to go get it. So that's where you can do that. Okay, so let's go back to the syllabus for a second. And Voices is an imprint book that you'll have to find. You'll need to get it because we will be doing a lot of readings out of it, including this week. The first reading, well, one of the first readings is out of Voices. But as it says here, most of the readings will be available to you using electronic course reserve. If you haven't seen this before, it's relatively simple, but I do have instructions down here at the bottom for accessing that. So if you follow these, you'll be able to get there pretty easily. Actually, I'll show you very quickly how to do it too. So if you go to library.usu.edu, this will take you to this page. Find a resource, course reserves. Okay. Search for my last name, which is Beck. Okay. And you are in English 2010. Okay. The password, this is something you might need to write down, is BEC. So that's the first 3 letters of my last name, and then 2010, which is the course number. And these are the readings. We will be reading a lot of these. We might even go down into the past materials. I'm not sure yet. Just kind of depends. But for instance, one of your first readings is this John McPhee essay, and so you'll click on that, and it'll download into a PDF. Okay. Sure, whatever. Okay. So so that's how you're going to be accessing most of your reading. So that's how it'll be done. Okay, so let's go back to the syllabus. So course policies. Okay, I do offer extension days. I know that you get busy, and I don't need to know why you're busy. I don't need to know why you missed things. So don't tell me. If you need an extension day for an essay, just use it and follow the instructions here. I just want you to print on the top right-hand corner of the essay how many extension days you used, and then just load it up and you'll be fine. Okay. You have 3 throughout the term. Use them as you want, or don't use them. But notice the last thing on this: there is no penalty or reward for using all or none of your extension days. Okay, that is true. Okay, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, all right, and I want you to look at the information tags. This is all there. This just helps me organize them a little bit. The thing that you should maybe be confused about is this: the page total, or the page tallies. Okay. Now, for this course, even in the 7-week course, you have to produce 20 polished pages. Okay. This is not my requirement. This is the department's requirement, which I am forced to make you do. If you don't complete the 20 pages, you fail. Okay. So make sure you get all of those pages in. So here's the requirements here for how I want you to do that. But what this is, what the page tally is on your information tag is, the first number here is how many pages this actual essay is, whatever essay you're working on. And then the second one is the term total, how many you have up to that point. Okay, and so that will make more sense when you have more than one essay due. So well, I'll talk more about that later too. But okay, so I already talked about the 20 pages that you're required to do. I'll just encourage you to read through this. Basically how this is going to work is, here, let me just slip down to, oh, I don't think I have it on here. Okay, great. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay. So the first essay is a minimum of 4 pages. The second essay is a minimum of 5 pages. And the third essay is a minimum of 6 pages. Okay. So that adds up to a number, 15. Okay, and then in addition to those pages, you'll also have 2 proposals that can be counted up to a page and a half. So that counts up to 18 total. So you're going to have to extend one of the page minimums by at least 2 pages at least once to meet the full 20 pages. Okay. You feel free to go back and read this. I explain it all in the syllabus pretty well, but I'm just trying to summarize here. Okay. Just so you know, here is the percentage breakdown for what things are worth in the class. So the first essay that we're going to be working on is worth 20%, second essay is 25%, third essay is 28%, and then participation, homework, and attendance. Attendance is obviously different for this online class. It will be, I'll include in the participation score, reading, blogs, quizzes, and anything that you do that isn't related to the essay directly will go into the participation grade. And that's worth 27% of your grade. Okay, I do things a little different in my class just because I do. I grade everything on a 5-point scale. It's because I'm not very good at math, and this is the easiest way for me to do it. And so anything, you can see the grade breakdown there, but basically 4.25 and above is an A, and so on from there. Feel free to refer back to this when I actually put scores on your essays, because it will make more sense then. I promise you it's just a math thing. The percentage thing never made sense to me, grading on a 100-point scale. Because I find with writing it's easier to grade with a hatchet instead of a scalpel. I can tell you the difference between an essay earning a 4 and an essay earning a 3, but I couldn't always tell you the difference between an essay earning an 89% and one earning a 91%. So this just makes a little bit more sense to me, and that's why I do it. Okay, classroom behavior. You're expected to maintain an environment where others feel comfortable participating. I will not permit behavior that disregards or diminishes another student. This means no racist or homophobic, sexist, or other derogatory comments will be allowed. I found on online classes that you're a little bit more brave to post really horrible things to each other. Don't do that, okay? I will call you out on it and ask you to not do that. Okay. Also, readings disclaimer. We will be reading and discussing texts that will make some people uncomfortable. Some texts include profanity, sexual content, graphic imagery, and violence. I will neither censor any artist's work for the sake of moderation nor refrain from employing valuable teaching materials because they contain some element that may offend. I also offer no alternative texts. If this is unacceptable to you, please consider taking this course from another professor. Okay? I mean that the texts that you're reading this term are very mild, but I don't know what will offend and what won't offend. So that's why I include that like that. So that's fine. Perhaps the best thing that I do in my class, I think, is my revisions policy. If you turn in a work that isn't complete and then you don't like the grade that you get on it, you'll have the opportunity to revise. When you are finished revising an essay, post the revisions to Google Docs and send me an email stating that you've revised. I will look at your revisions and consider a grade change. The highest your grade can change with one revision is a half a point. And don't waste my time by just doing a surface revision. Make sure they're major revisions. Okay, the rest of this is mostly university stuff. We've got the honor pledge here, academic dishonesty. Don't cheat. If you plagiarize, you will go to hell and fail the class, which neither are desirable. Okay, special needs. If you have a disability, you need to go through the correct channels to get that. Okay, and the final thing on this is the appendix, which is how to access the course reserve, which I sort of showed you. Okay, so I'm actually going to pause this video here, and I'm going to give you another welcome video too, just introducing me and a little bit more about the course itself. Okay, thank you.